Everyone knows fish is nutritious. It's a wonderful source of omega-3s and it's delicious. So it's somewhat of a mystery that the average American eats only 16 pounds of it per year. Compare that to more than 115 pounds of red meat. I think the disparity exists because a lot of us are confused about seafood. We may feel overwhelmed by the variety. We're not sure how to cook it, or we're just concerned about whether or not it's safe to eat. I'm here to tell you that there's nothing to worry about, so go fish. So what's the best value in the supermarket? If the high prices at the fresh seafood counter scare you, there's a more affordable option. Head to the freezer section and buy frozen fillets. You can easily save 30% or more. Not only will you spend less, but because it hasn't already been defrosted, you'll usually find that the texture and the taste is better. Confused? Well, look carefully at the price tag on the fish at the seafood counter. You'll often spot a small sign with the telling words, previously frozen. How should you cook frozen fish? Plan ahead. It's best to defrost it in the refrigerator overnight. Never put frozen fish out on your countertop. If you do, bacteria can grow rapidly and spread, which is a serious food safety issue for you and your family. If you're pressed for time, defrost the seafood by holding it under cold running water. But be aware that the texture and the flavor of fish defrosted this way may not be as good. Defrosted fish should be virtually odorless and is so easy to prepare. Fish is naturally tender and requires short cooking times at a high temperature. Most people actually overcook fish. That makes it dry and tasteless. Avoid this by either poaching your seafood or cooking it in aluminum foil or parchment paper that has been coated on the inside with olive oil. Fold the foil or paper loosely over the fish to form a tent and then cook it in the oven, broiler, or on a grill. You can even toss some veggies and fresh herbs inside for a well-rounded and healthy meal. And the cleanup is just so easy. Check out our recipe and our how-to video for baked tilapia with corn and tomatoes right here on this site. How long should you cook fish? Measure the thickest part of the fish. Allow 7 to 10 minute cooking time per inch of thickness for fresh fish and allow 12 to 15 minutes for frozen. The fish is ready when it's opaque and flakes easily along its natural lines. Remember that a pan will hold heat when it's removed from the heat source and continue to cook the food for several minutes more. For the best results, cook fish until it's almost done. Then remove the pan from the oven, microwave, stovetop, or grill. Let it stand for a few minutes to finish cooking. And there you have it, perfectly cooked fish. Now, one last issue. The question of whether to buy wild or farm-raised fish has been the subject of a lot of media debate. Well, unfortunately, there's not a standard answer across all species. Keep in mind that the larger the fish, typically it contains more toxins because they've spent more time in the water. Monterey Bay's Seafood Watch program has more information on this topic. Just check it out at Monterey Bay Aquarium. Finally, some farm-raised salmon actually has added pink coloring, which gives them the same hue that wild salmon gain naturally by eating smaller fish. To be sure of what you're buying, read the labels. If it says color added or natural coloring added, you can be sure that the salmon was farm-raised. I hope you'll join me next week right here on simpleanddelicious.com for more shopping smart tips. In the meantime, head over to the freezer aisle for great deals on fish.